Today's review is going to be on a newer release, at least this year. It is Asad Zanzibar Lataffa. Now, let's go ahead and spray this first, and let's take a look at the atomizer. I'm going to go ahead and read the notes out, and we're going to discuss this fragrance, and we'll see if it's worth your money. Not that bad of an atomizer. So now the notes here include a lavender, you got black pepper, you got coconut water, you got iris, salt, vanilla, and incense. Now this scent is projecting pretty well right now. So the opening is pretty strong. It smells pretty good. You are getting a very milky kind of scent, so probably from the coconut water there. I just noticed that there is salt here, so knowing that now, it kind of reminds me that this is kind of a salty fragrance. The vanilla isn't really too noticeable. It's like very light. You are getting blast of lavender. If you're a fan of lavender, then you might like this one. Although I am more of a sucker for jasmine. Let's see here. You do get a little bit of that smokiness from the incense, but not much. This is something pretty unique. I've never really smelled anything like it, and it's grown on to me. It smells super sweet, very sweet. It smells kind of bubblegum like. It does have hints of that, so if you are kind of a sucker for those type of fragrances, you might like this one. Although I am not too big on this type of scent, to be honest. It's grown on me. It really has. I paid $26 for this one, and then with taxes like 28 bucks, and I got lucky because that's what it said at first. And then for some odd reason they're $30 now, so you get it for $29.99 at the same Burlington. So kind of like, what the heck, y'all were just selling it for 26, now it's $30. That's kind of rip off. So when I saw that, I said, you know what, now's my chance. I might as well just go with the flow and pick it up. And I picked it up, and to my surprise, it was not as good as I expected. There was some other guy in the store as well. He was telling me about like Lattaffas, and he's telling me about how that one smells like coconuts and whatnot. So I was like, okay. He was telling me to get the other one. It was like Quiet Elf person. He was saying it's kind of like pineapple, somewhat of like a Creativensis, and I was like, nah, I didn't want to try that. I do have other Lattafa fragrances, so I just wanted to like jump the bandwagon on the newer releases. I'm eventually gonna get to Camera and Camera Qua, so that's gonna be nice. Today is the day I decided to try out this fragrance again. But to get back on topic, yeah, honestly, I've wore this a lot for the last 2 days. I wore it so much that I didn't even want to wear it no more, so I was wearing other fragrances afterwards. But I did wear it for so long, and nothing came out of it. I didn't have this for too long either, so nothing really came out of it. The projection isn't really that strong. I had my buddy who always compliments my fragrances and whatnot, and can always tell that I have fragrances on. I had asked him like, hey man, can you smell this fragrance, or did you smell a fragrance when I was over there? And he said no. So that's kind of a bummer. You think this is like a good projecting scent, but it really isn't. And I'd sprayed like at least 9 or so sprays previous to like actually even pulling up to him. So after the hour mark, it should have at least still been present, but that was not the case here. So you got to keep that in mind. That is a factor into play here. So for me, I honestly am not a fan of this scent. I am not glad I paid so much for it. This should not be a $28 scent in my opinion, because it just, you can get better for $25 and about $30. So I would never buy this again. So this is going to be my only bottle that I have. And honestly, if you are a fan of coconut, then yeah, you're kind of like this one. But in my honest opinion, it's for sure a pass. And I would say it's just above average, but because of the price, I'll just say it's about average for that price. So we're gonna go here in between, and we're gonna give it a 5.5 out of 10. It is pass up. You don't want this one. It's isn't that good for Lataffa fragrance. I know Lataffa fragrance for being great performers. type of scents, but this one isn't really that one. This is probably my least performing Lataffa fragrance, but don't get me wrong, it's its own thing. So it's unique, I guess, you know. All right, so that should conclude this. Like I said, it's very salty, coconut like, heavy on the lavender, and I enjoy a lot of black pepper. I don't really get too much black pepper, but I guess I get where they're going with the black pepper. It's a different type of black pepper than the actual pepper itself, and that's just a little bit of something that I've noticed. So I will conclude this scent. This one is going to be a pass. For me, it's too expensive. Also, earlier in the week here when I got this, I literally just got this, and this is like fell off. I put it back on, so now it's snug, but it literally fell off very easily. And I don't know why. I got mine from Burlington, and my bottle is like scratched up. I did not do that, so that thing is scratched up. What's up with that? But for $30, I would be mad. I would be mad paying $30 for this. Paying 28 bucks is over the limit for me, but paying 31, 32 bucks because of the taxes, oh, what the heck, you know? So for me, it's a definite pass. I don't recommend anyone for this one. Yeah, $32.10 isn't worth it. So we're just gonna go ahead and stop talking about this one. I just wanted to like give you guys a heads up. It is as bad as some may say. Some actually like this one. People claim it to be a good performer, but that's not the truth in my opinion, at least not with my skin. Like my buddy literally had to like get so close, and I was about to tell him like, back off, you know, you're getting too close, you know. No